Today we're taking a look at these NFL matches and giving you our team and total for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. San Francisco 49ers vs Seattle Seahawks. Did the Seahawks overachieve or have we underestimated them? That is the question that Seattle must answer on Saturday. One way or another, this season has been a success. The Seahawks will benefit from ex-quarterback Russell Wilson's missteps and Denver's miscalculations in the upcoming NFL draft, selecting in the place of the 5-12 Broncos at 5th overall. The trade for Wilson netted Seattle several players, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-rounders, and a 5th rounder, potentially setting the franchise up for years to come. San Francisco, like Seattle, overachieved this season by winning 13 games after losing 2 quarterbacks. Save for the quarterback injuries, though, this Niners team is right where they want to be. The NFC's number 2 seed, San Francisco figures to be in the mix for its 6th Super Bowl title. The 49ers averaged 26.5 points, 6th most, and 365.6 total yards, 5th most per game, including 138.8 rush yards, 8th most, and 226.8 pass yards. San Francisco converted 45.0% of its third downs, 6th best, and 53.9% of its red zone visits into touchdowns, 18th overall. San Francisco is on a 10-game win streak and has covered 7 of its past 8 games. The 49ers will rely on a stout defense to win games in January, a tried-and-true formula for playoff success. SF has 30 takeaways, surrenders only 5.0 yards per play, and has held 8 of its last 10 opponents to under 20 points. The 49ers routinely rush the QB with only 4 players, dropping 7 players in coverage. Their ability to get to the quarterback with fewer pass rushers is unmatched, and primarily why they excel on the defensive side. The rookie Purdy is 5-0 as a starter and has excelled in the red zone, partially due to his fantastic supporting cast. Kittle has been on a tear over the past several weeks and is a matchup nightmare, especially for a Seahawks defense that's done a poor job defending tight ends. McCaffrey is questionable with a sore knee, but practiced Wednesday and has been playing well despite the injury. In the past 6 games, he's accumulated 767 yards from scrimmage and 7 touchdowns on 128 touches. Our team pick is San Francisco minus 9.5 points. Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers are peaking at the right time heading into this week's wildcard round. The 49ers have scored at least 33 points in 5 of 6 games since he replaced an injured Jimmy Garoppolo in Week 13. Purdy has completed 110 of 161 pass attempts for 1,308 yards and 13 touchdowns in that span. 2 weeks ago, it was Christian McCaffrey that did most of the damage against Seattle, rushing for 108 yards and a touchdown. Expect the same dose here. The 49ers are top 10 in both attempts and rushing yards, and the Seahawks will need to establish the ground game if they want a chance in this game. The total went under on December 15th, and I expect a similar game flow here, with a 2013 type score. Our total pick is under 42 points. Jacksonville Jaguars vs Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers had their 4-game winning streak snapped by the Broncos in their last game. They will try to bounce back from the loss with a win over the Jaguars, which will give them their 5th win in their last 6 games. Los Angeles is averaging 23 points per game. They are throwing for 269.6 yards and rushing for 89.6 yards per game. Justin Herbert completed 68% of his passes for 273 yards and 2 touchdowns in the loss to the Broncos. Austin Eckler had 11 carries for 34 yards, while Keenan Allen had 8 catches for 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. Los Angeles has played well defensively, giving up 22.6 points per game. They gave up 31 points in their last game and will have to do a better job if they want to win this game. The Los Angeles Chargers were riding a 4-game win streak when entering their final regular season game, but that was taken away when they suffered a 31-28 loss against the Denver Broncos. Despite suffering that loss, the Chargers find themselves facing the Jaguars once again this season. However, they are looking to earn a win this time around. During their Week 3 contest against the Jaguars, they left the field with a 38-10 loss where they earned 286 yards through the air and just 26 yards on the ground. In addition, the Chargers turned the ball over twice, while also surrendering 57 yards worth of penalties. Justin Herbert threw for 297 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception, while Sony Michel rushed for 22 yards in 5 attempts. The Jacksonville Jaguars have shocked a lot of teams in the NFL during the remaining weeks of the regular season, and I expect them to do that again against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Jaguars played well in the second half of the season and enter this game on a 5-game winning streak. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Chargers, which will give them their 6th win in a row and 7th win in their last 8 games. Jacksonville is averaging 23.8 points per game. They are throwing for 232.9 yards and rushing for 124.5 yards per game. Trevor Lawrence completed 63% of his passes for 212 yards and 1 touchdown in the win over the Titans. Travis Etienne Jr. had 7 carries for 17 yards, while Christian Kirk had 6 catches for 99 yards and 1 touchdown. Jacksonville has played well defensively, giving up 20.6 points per game. They gave up 16 points in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to get the win. Momentum-wise, the Jags have the advantage because of their 5-game win streak and their previous domination over the Chargers earlier in the season. Since the Week 3 matchup, the Jaguars have gotten even stronger with Lawrence improving under center and the offense finding their running game. With Lawrence moving the ball around accurately and quickly, they will be able to make room for Etienne Jr. and the running game. Lawrence has been playing with a fire in his heart that seems to be continuously fueling him and the offense. In addition, the Jaguars' defense has a lot of threats in the secondary that will force the Chargers to use their lackluster running game. Expect some turnovers and strong offensive play by Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense. Take the Jaguars. Our team pick is Jacksonville Jaguars plus 2.5 points. The Chargers average 23 points per game and 24.1 points per game on the road during the season. They average 31.3 points per game in their last 3 games against the Jaguars. With Jacksonville giving up 19 points per game at home and 7.3 points per game in their last 3 games, the Chargers will be held under their average in this game. The Jaguars are averaging 23.8 points per game and 23.1 points per game at home. They average 25.6 points per game in their last 3 games against the Chargers. With Los Angeles giving up 22.6 points per game on the road, the Jaguars won't score enough points to push the score over the total. Our total pick is under 47.5 points.